Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Retired Guy. Um, as part of my computer system setup improvements that I've been doing in the last little while, um, I've been thinking that this particular desk has done its time. I've had it for like 15 years or so, and it's great. It's got a nice keyboard tray. It's very, very, very sturdy, and but it doesn't meet my needs anymore for the purpose of gaming, which is what I want to do. So please join me on this video and let's see what we could do about it. One of the things that really is not working very well is you've seen my video, and if you haven't, so please look at it right over here, where I installed my throttle over here onto the onto the keyboard tray. And as good as this was, I thought at the time, that's all I could do really to make it work. And you'll see that in that video. Um, it makes me very stuck. I'm stuck. I feel stuck when I play like that. And also, I have to have the keyboard closed in order to do that. Because if it's out too much, then the other side here is not out enough, right? So as a result, I have to keep it closed. And if ever I need to press a keyboard key, which I do in games like DCS or Flight Simulator, well, it's always a bit of a struggle to get over here. So I'm starting to think of put the keyboard up here and the mouse up here, and then it's very high. This is like 32 inches, 31 inch, and it's a bit too high for me. That's why there's a keyboard tray. So as a result, I'm thinking, well, you know what? I'd rather get just a computer table, just something simple, something that doesn't have this big box here, which I don't use. I used to use this for to put the computer years ago, but now the computers are so big, so powerful, they need so much air that this is no good anymore. In the filing cabinet and top drawer, I could do without. I could definitely either get another filing cabinet or just use my other ones that I already have anyway. Um, so I'm just thinking it's time to change this. It's time to change this. What can we do about it? So I looked at lots of ads in, you know, marketplace, definitely a lot on Amazon, and I looked at a lot of YouTube videos about which one is best, which one is not so good. I ended up getting this little table here. I got it for $80 on marketplace, and what I really didn't like about a lot of the ads were that these rising desks, these electric desks there, they were limited in so many things unless you really paid a lot of money for them. Weight was a problem. The wobble was a problem. They themselves were not very heavy or strong. Uh, so, I had a lot of thoughts about should I really get one of those? Because what I need is something that is 27 inches high for the keyboard. That's what I'm used to. I don't want to have a 30-inch one. Most of the electric desks that go up and down, like sit and stand, uh, the lowest level is about 29 to 30 inches. And then if you have to add the leveling feet, it's probably like another half inch right there. So for me, that was a big no-no. I don't want a desk this high because that's my original problem. I don't want to put the keyboard here because it's too high for me. So the fact that they are electric and that you can use them to go up and down all the time, well, I'm sorry. I'm done working. I don't have to work anymore. I'm retired, and therefore I don't need to play a game standing up. But it's important for me to set the right height. So what do I do? Well, I found this little desk, like I showed earlier, right over here again, for $80 on Marketplace, where it's a manual crank to actually go up and down. So I could adjust it once, remove the crank, and we're done. Okay, so that I thought was kind of cool. And it packed really small, like 22 inches, I think it was, when I put it in the car. So it actually went in quite easily into my Jeep Cherokee. Let's go ahead and disassemble this baby, clean it all everywhere, make sure that everything is nice and clean. I'm going to be able to sell this, I'm sure, because I kept it in pretty good shape. The desk is pretty good. It's not new, obviously, but I probably try to get a good price for that. And let's see what happens. So, of course, one of the first things I have to do here is to remove these monitor arms that I've installed recently. Of course, the speakers, which I will probably change because these are so old, it's incredible. They still do the job, but probably need some better ones now without, like the wireless ones would be awesome. And also, I've been using one of these here to just to light up the back of the desk when I play, so I can see a little bit without having like the main light on. And I'm going to change that too. They've got these beautiful LED lights now and everything, so I plan on installing that as well for sure. Okay, so one thing to remove first is the Nexigo camera. I have that. It's actually pretty good. It's not too expensive. I use it. I used to use it a lot when I was working, but now it's more of a whenever there's some kind of a meeting that I have to join. And all my wires go through here. And I'm going to have to do a nice little wire management setup in my new one. I look forward to that. This over here, of course, is the most incredible tool. Now, this beauty allows you to look at your cockpit, inside your cockpit, look all around. It's totally amazing. It just keeps track of your head, and it's totally amazing. Definitely need one of these if you don't have one yet. I have this thing here on the monitor, which is a bit of a cable management system, which I love. I'm really into cleanliness. I want to have a setup that is nice and clean, where there's no wires anywhere to be seen, kind of a thing. That would be my dream. So let's see if we can get there. Okay. So we'll just remove these cables here. The DP cable. This is HDMI. I just used it as a spare recently. And finally, the power. I can remove these now. They've been wrapped around and they go right in here, which is a very neat USB hub. All 3.0. Works great. So now just remove these so I can remove the arms safely. I've got the speakers to remove as well. Remove this little cable management cover. So now this is ready to go. There we go. Note to self, this thing springs up. And we'll do the same thing on the other monitor. This thing will spring up. The arm will spring up. So I'm going to be careful here. There we go. Okay, so then it's just a case of removing the arms. These arms are currently holding only with this pressure on the actual desk. It's not a hole or anything. There's no drilling, which will make my desk really nice and easy to sell. And there we go. This is ready to go. And so the desk is now ready to go. As you can see, it's in perfect shape. Drawers. Nice keyboard tray. Everything's in working order, in great shape. Now I haven't done a video on this keyboard and mouse, but it works great. It is wireless. I have it plugged in now, but the keyboard is wireless. It's got this beautiful metal setup here. Look at that. I didn't know this was this kind of battery in here. This is a UPS, unlimited power supply. This battery lasts a certain amount of time, about 2 hours, I'd say. I didn't realize it was a battery that I could just change. Good to know. Maybe could get, because I do get power failures here quite often. And if I have more of these, I could just, after a couple hours, I could just change it to a fresh one. Interesting. I didn't remember that I had such that this thing had a battery in it. Interesting. A replaceable battery, I meant. We get a lot of power failures here, and this has been really useful. A little cleanup. How much I could sell this for, I'm not sure. Probably paid maybe $300. Still in great shape. So I got this desk from a surplus store. I paid $80 for it. Got it from Marketplace. And I had so much trouble setting it up. It's one of those that goes up and down manually for either sitting or standing. I really don't need it for standing. As you know, I'm retired. And it's just for gaming, really. So I wanted something that is fairly low. It's actually 27 inches, which is the same as what my keyboard tray was on my old desk that you saw me carry out. So I had to completely disassemble it, figure out the mechanism, and configure it in such a way that it would work for me. So now it's at 27 inches. It It's very, very solid. It's a desk that was used in the government. So I know that because there's a little tag on there with the suite number on the bottom. So that's how I know that. And it's extremely sturdy. I believe there might be a tiny little curve in it, but that really doesn't matter. But with this desk, I'm going to be able to attach what I need very, very easily. And it is 60 inches wide, 30 inches deep. So I got lots of room, a little bit more actually than my previous desk. My previous desk was 57 by 27. So it was a little bit less than this. So at this point, I'm still debating about my tower here. Should I put it, should I just leave it on the floor, which is not a good idea because on the floor, you got dust and everything that goes in. It's not recommended. Um, there are some really cool holders, I'm not sure how to call them, that would attach to the legs that would go up, but these legs are not compatible. And so one other option would be the under desk mount, and that I'm really interested in. There are a few of those that are not too expensive on Amazon, and you would just screw it in on the bottom. I would hope that it's solid enough. I'm not 100% sure of that. This thing is about 40 something pounds, so it is a bit heavy. I don't care about the up and down. I'm not going to bring it up and down. I mean, it's fine the way it is now. So that's one thing that I'd like to try to figure out in the next few days. The other thing I'd like to figure out in the next few days also is the lighting. I love the LED lighting that you find for these new game rooms. However, I think that some of them are over the top, like, you know, the whole room is lit up. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for maybe uh, ambiance light, you know, I'll put maybe behind the table there so that, you know, I get some light, but not, you know, a disco shop. Because I typically have this light on in the back to so I don't step on my own feet, kind of a thing. And that kind of adds to the mood of, you know, the lit keyboard, the lit mouse, the lit joysticks. No, I want this room to be really nice. The other thing that I'd like to do is cable management, because right now I have no cables because nothing's plugged in, but I have so many cables and so many things to plug in. I've seen some things, a few items that you could buy, you know, that you could put in the back that's going to hold most of the cables. I like that idea. And of course, because the computer would be attached to the desk, that means a lot of the wires would just go maybe into that cable management system in the back there. So I look forward to trying that for sure.